What it do? Welcome to the J-Boy Sports Podcast. Please like, share, and subscribe if you enjoy the video. If you don't love the video, you can still do those things because you can help a brother out because a brother will help you out. Make sure that you comment so we can have conversations in the comment section because ball is life. Hit that notification bell so you don't miss any of our great content. And lastly, hang on towards the end of this video so you can catch some of our suggested videos that we know you'll love. With that said, Dwyane Wade, the great Dwyane Wade, but man, oh man, did you disappoint me with this one, Dwyane. Now, normally, Dwyane Wade is not really catching a lot of strays from me, man. I usually am on his side with things that are according to basketball, okay? When we stick to the basketball, I'm with this man, okay? However, he said something recently about Kobe Bryant that I don't even know where it came from. He's never said anything about Kobe that I didn't think was, right on the money and pretty much praiseworthy, Everything he's ever said about Kobe has been 100% positive. This is the first time I heard something from him where I was like, man, what? And essentially what he was saying is that he felt like Gasol should have won MVP over Kobe in 2010 against the Celtics. And I was sitting there thinking to myself like, yo, there's no way, man. There's no way that you actually believe that. Now, there's just no way. And in fact, before we even get further into this video, check out this 30-second clip. And I have to break it up, because copyright infringement. But check out this 30-second clip of Kobe Bryant absolutely torching the Celtics. And in this particular game, this is in game 5, he scored 21 straight points. Okay? And just right off the back, you show me a game where Pau Gasol ever did that. Came close to it. I dare you. But essentially, let's just take a look at this 30-second clip. And funny enough, you're going to see a guy at the end of the video shaking his head in disgust. And you'll see who that is. So at the end of that, you see right there, Dwyane Wade is like, that's a bad man, right? You can see it. And Mark Jackson was the one narrating it. But you can see Dwyane Wade like, man, too good, too good. Now, here's the problem with this, right? Wade, you're saying that Gasol, everybody knew that he should have been MVP? What? But before we go any further, let's listen to what Dwyane Wade specifically said. Let's check it out.
A lot of people don't know that in that finals, that last finals that they won, Kobe didn't play well. Kobe didn't shoot the ball well. Actually, everybody thought Pau Gasol should have been MVP. That's how well Pau was playing, and Kobe was playing awful. But you never could tell when you turned the TV on that he was struggling. Because his leadership is always there. His intensity is always, that fire is always there. So because he's 8 for 24 from the field or something like that, you could never tell with a player like Kobe.
So that's Dwyane Wade basically saying that Kobe played terrible and stuff like that. Come on, Dwyane Wade. Stop it, man. You're basically in the crowd, bruh. You're in the crowd, shaking your head in disbelief at how good Kobe Bryant is in Game 5, scoring 21 straight points in a row against that Celtics defense. The same defense that destroyed players like yourself and your buddy LeBron James, so you had to team up to defeat. Come on, man. And you know what? Further, to go further into this, saying Gasol, right, specifically, right? Saying Gasol should have been MVP over Kobe. Why? Why? Let's take a look at Pau Gasol's stats. Now, Pau, this is not to take a shot at you. If you weren't on the team, we don't win. And the other thing is, You finally decided to play like a real man in that series. You played good against Dwight Howard and them before. I'll give you that, the year before. But you really stepped up to the challenge in this series, man. You did. Unfortunately, in my opinion, Pau Gasol was never the same after that. And that's kind of why, being honest, I wanted to trade him literally every year after this year. Because the way he fell apart in 2011, I was like, there must be something wrong. And then 2012, it was really much of the same. Also, I think he got a little hurt in 2012, but I was like, this isn't the same Pau Gasol I saw against the Celtics. And I'm just being respectful. Like, at that time, I was thinking about trading him because I saw that other players, other power forwards, were kind of dominating him. I'm just being honest. And I knew Kobe didn't have a lot of time left. So selfishly, yes, I wanted to trade him at that point. But in this series, first game, 23, 25, 13, 21, 12, 17, 19 in the last game. His rebounding was very good for most of the series. He averaged 11.6. Averaged 18.6. And that's the other thing. Pau Gasol really never averaged over 18 points a game. You could argue 18.6 is like 19, I guess. 11.6 is like 12 if you round up, I guess. But he never really averaged over 18 points a game. Over 19. All right? So how you going to be MVP of the finals and you're only averaging like 19 points a game, man? That's first and foremost. So 19 points a game, 11.6 there. He was only shooting 47.8, so 48% from the field. He's a big man. 48% is like, I guess, okay for a big man. But when you're a big man, that's not the greatest shooting percentage. It's just not. It's just not the greatest shooting percentage. He was 72% from the free throw line. Okay, not bad for a big man. But sitting here saying, oh, these are the numbers that should have went over the top of Kobe Bryant. I don't think so. And why don't I think so? Let's take a look at Kobe Bryant's stats. Now, here's the thing you have to realize. Kobe really struggled in the last game. Fine. And you're going to see that. So we'll get to that in a second. Kobe had 30 points in the first game, 21 in the second game, struggled. 29 in the third game, struggled even more. Okay in the fourth game. Very good in the fifth game, right? Fifth game is when he had 21 straight points. And Dwyane Wade was sitting there shaking his head like, I can't believe it. Sixth game, he had 26. Good game. Last game was his worst game, point-wise. But the thing you have to keep in mind with this game, and he even said it, I have to give Wade credit, he alluded to it, you would have never thought that he was playing terrible. He wasn't playing terrible. He just couldn't make a shot, man. And they were all over him. I mean, to be honest with you, they were not going to let Kobe beat them in that game. And he was struggling. But what he did do in that game, if you look at all these other games, 15 boards. 15 boards. So in that game, even though he had his worst shooting game by far, he still managed to get it together and play great defense and get all the rebounds that he could. He could not buy a basket. But he also hit a big basket at the end of that game, and I believe he kind of sealed it with some free throws. Might be off on the free throws, but I don't really 100% remember. I have to check it out. But these are Kobe Bryant's stats for that series. He averaged 28.6 points per game. He would have been at 30 points per game if he didn't have such a horrible final game. He shot 41% from the field in that series, 40.5, so you could ship it up to 41. Realistically, he probably would have been closer to 43% if he didn't have such a horrible last game, 44% maybe. Just shot horrible in the last game. But to sit here and say, I feel like Dwyane Wade put a lot on that last game. But ultimately, Pau Gasol only averaged like 18 points. Kobe Bryant averaged 28. Now, if you round it, 19 and 29. 10 more points, and he's going to be the MVP over Kobe Bryant? What are we talking about, Dwyane? What are we doing? But I'll do you one better, right? So Kobe is one all-star, superstar guard going against two top 75 Hall of Fame guards. One of them is considered one of the best shooters of all time, right? Ray Allen. Let's start with him. 14.6 points, we'll say 15. 15 points he averaged in that series. Ray Allen was way worse than Kobe Bryant in that series. Now, he was horrible. This is one of the best shooters of all time. That's what everybody says, right? Look at his points. 12, 32. Killed it in that second game. 2 points in one of the games. 12, 12, 19, 13. The great Ray Allen from 3-point, he only had 2 games where he shot 40% or better. Some of the other games, he was 0. He was 0 for 8 in the third game. Ray Allen. In the last game, Game 7, you talk about Kobe Bryant, he was at 21%. 28.6% from 3-point line. For the series, he was 29.3% from 3. He was only 36.7% from the field in that series. Ray Allen. Ray Allen. You kidding me? Ray Allen. He's one of the best shooters of all time. If it wasn't for Steph, he might be the best. You want to get on Kobe Bryant? Look, man, this was a knockdown, drag-out series. The defense was packed in the paint. Both teams had colossal big men. Wasn't no easy shots. Paul Pierce, when the Lakers lost to the Celtics in 2008, Paul Pierce was the MVP. In this series, he only averaged 18 points a game, so nobody's averaging anywhere near as much as Kobe Bryant. Let's make sure we get that right off the bat. Okay, nobody. Paul Pierce had 24, 10, 15, 19, 27, 13, 18. He didn't shoot well. Now, he ended up overall shooting 43.9%, which is better than Kobe. So let's say 44%. Kobe was at 41%, 3% higher. Got it. But, I mean, he wasn't shooting that great either. And he averaged only 18 points. He averaged a little less than Pau Gasol. So how in the world we're giving Kobe all this crap for a series that was based on defense? I think both teams only shot around 44% for the series. And we're going to sit up here and say, oh, it should have been Pau Gasol. So, Wade, man, love you, Dwyane, but you're tripping, bro. You're tripping. You're absolutely tripping. And then the cherry on top of all of this, if you watch I have another video, and maybe I could suggest it at the end of this one, where Dwyane Wade was talking about why, because the year after this is when they created the Miami Heat, the Heatles, Wade, Bosh, Braun. The year after this is when that happened. He admitted that after Kobe Bryant won, and he went as far as to be detailed as when Kobe Bryant was running around putting his hand in the air, his finger, that he was so disgusted that he had to turn the TV off. And then he had a conversation with LeBron James. What are you going to do? What are we going to do? They were jealous of Kobe Bryant. So all of a sudden, revisionist history, Pau Gasol should have been MVP, but Kobe stressed you out so much that you decided to create a super team, one of the most egregious super teams of all time, because Kobe stressed you out that much, because you're wagging your head watching Kobe Bryant score 21 straight points on a great defense, an all-time great defensive team. So all that, but now all of a sudden Gasol is the MVP. So this should have been a slapping or capping. I don't know if you've seen any of those on my channel. Please check those out. I think they're kind of fun. I really should have slapped or capped this one, but I just wanted to get it out there quicker, and those take longer to make. But Dwyane Wade is capping, man. This is cap. It's all cap. All caps. 100% caps. You know and I know that Kobe Bryant got that MVP and deserved that MVP. And also, I didn't play this clip, but there's a clip of Paul Pierce saying, yo, Gasol came back the next year and he was a lot better. He was a lot tougher. It's like Kobe Bryant put a battery in his back or something. Don't quote me 100%, but he said something similar to that. So again, we all know where this stems from. Pau Gasol had no playoff wins. And I think he was 0 for 8 in the playoffs. without Kobe Bryant. He had one All-Star appearance in 7 years without Kobe Bryant. He benefited greatly from Kobe. And if you listen to Pau Gasol talk, everything he says is like, look, Kobe helped make me the best version of myself. He challenged me every day to be the best. So come on, man. You know? Got a lot of love for Pau, but Pau benefited from Kobe like everybody else did, and Kobe raised the energy, raised the chakra of everybody around him. If you're a Naruto fan, right? I love anime, by the way. So if you don't, I don't know what you're doing. You're missing a lot. So we're going to end that here. Dwyane Wade's definitely capping. Kobe Bryant should have been MVP. This is no question. It's a no-brainer. Thank you very much for listening. I appreciate it. If you listened this long, make sure you hit the like, share, and subscribe joint. Hit up the comments so we can have conversations, because ball is life. I'll definitely reply. Hit the notification bell so you don't miss any of our great content. Hang on so you can catch some of the suggested videos that we know you will love. Thank you very much for your time. I truly appreciate you. I'm very humble. Much love. That somehow you never get over me.